Welcome. This video is about IBDP AISL paper 1 of TZ1 May-June 2022. Question number 7. Leo is investigating whether a 6-sided die is fair. He rolls 60 times and records the observed frequencies. Leo carries out a chi-square goodness fit test for 5% significance level. Write down the null and the alternate hypothesis. Null hypothesis is whatever he is going to test it out. The die is fair. Die is fair is the null hypothesis. What is alternate hypothesis H1? The die is not fair. Simple. The die is not fair. Now write down the degrees of freedom. Degrees of freedom, how many data quantity we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So therefore n minus 1, which is going to be 6 minus 1, 5. Then part C, write down the expected frequency of rolling of 1. 1 is out of how many times? 6 out of 1 out of 6, but it is rolled 60 times, right? 1 upon 6 times 60, which is going to be 10. Then calculate the p-value for the test. So enter the values in the GDC. So you should be able to get that value of p-value is 0.287. Then part E, state the conclusion of the test. Now what we got it out, we got 0.287 as a test, which is greater than 0.05. So if at all it is lesser than mean, there would have been insufficient evidence, but now as it is 0.287 is greater than 0.05. So what I can write it as? I can write as insufficient evidence. Insufficient evidence to reject null hypothesis. Null hypothesis. That's going to be the answer for question number 7. Now question number 8. A factory produces a bag of sugar with labeled as weight 500 grams. The weight of the bags are normally distributed with mean 500 grams and standard deviation 3 grams. Write down the percentage of the bag that is more than 500 grams. Probability of X greater than 500. So again, what am I going to do? More than 500. Is going to be the mean itself only. So mean is 500, greater than 500 will be always, if at all we draw a normal distribution graph, mean is at the center. Mean is at the center. So over here you will be getting it at 50% and over here you'll be getting 50%. So greater than mean, this is mean itself only. So obviously it is going to be 50%. A bag that weighs less than 495 grams is rejected by the factory as underweight. Probability of X less than 495, these guys are called as underweight and they are being rejected. That is the meaning of the question. Find the probability that randomly rejected is rejected for being underweight. Now use the calculator to enter these values. Now use GDC to enter the values in the GDC. Then you should be able to get the 0.0478. So you can do the options will be distribution, then normal, then NCD, then what it says, use the values of X value as nothing but what 495 and mean is 500 and sigma is going to be 3. Enter these values, you should be getting that as the answer. A bag that weighs more than k grams is being rejected by a factory but for being overweight. So this time being overweight also is being rejected by the company. A bag rejects 2% of the bag that is being overweight. Find the value of k. So for that, what am I going to do? Probability of X less than k should be equals to 0.98 because greater than k is going to be, I can write it out like this, probability of X greater than k is going to be 2%, 0.02. So probability of X less than k is going to be 0.98. Now what am I going to do that? I am going to use inverse normal. Inverse normal and use left tail. Left tail, because less than k means left tail, and get the values. What is this? Mu value, take it as 0, sigma value, take it as 1. Then you should be getting the value as over there, k value, when you find it out, you should be getting as 506 grams. So use the inverse normal option and get the answer.